So we're going to see if there's an aspect of her consciousness that wants to speak about her lungs. Okay, and there is. So let's see who that is. Okay, so it's your money consciousness coming through first.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so let's see. Okay, so let's see how old Al is here. Um, and you're 28, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Is this a more of a recent issue? Okay, so I'd say around 27. Now let's just see what your money wants to say. See what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, so there's actually an entity. So, all right, let me see here. Okay, we're going to be doing an entity clearing because it's actually affecting your money consciousness. Um, so let's see what this is. We're going to do this the long way today because that tells me if that it is a most likely a dark entity, so something that's going to be harder to clear. So let's see here.
Okay.
Okay, and it's in your shadow. So in your shadow aspect, let's see what is hidden in there. Okay, so, there we go.
Mm.
Okay, so it's actually an entity, but it needs to be brought to my attention. So an entity that's parasitic worms. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, okay, so how many are there? Okay, so there's three entities as parasitic worms, and they're all in your lungs. Okay, so let me see here. Are there any wormholes to go with these? No. Okay, so just the parasitic worms. Okay. Is this where we found that lung fluke?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Okay, so let's keep it going then. Get some more details. Is there any underlying causes here causing this entity as worms? No. Okay. And we know that this happened at around the age of 27. All right. Is it affecting any other body parts or systems? Yes. Okay. So just the lungs. Let me check in your chakras. Is it affecting any of her chakras? No, it's not. Okay. So next, let's see. Okay, and it's causing a psychic attack as well. Okay. Anything else here? I now fold in all energetic interference that is around me. Okay, let me see. Anything else? Okay. Okay, so are they escape holes? Wormholes? Escape holes. How many? More than five? Okay, and there's actually 3 escape holes. Okay, so that's how they kind of move around throughout your body. They create these little escape holes so that they can move around and it's harder to get rid of them.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Pesky little peskertons. All right, so let's close up those escape holes first. So I, Jennifer, call upon God consciousness, and I ask for your assistance in uncreating 3 escape holes that are affecting Alex's lungs. I hereby declare all the identified escape holes that are attached to her body uncreate and dissolve now through all time and space on levels, all dimensions, in this lifetime, past lifetime, and future incarnations, and dissolve back to God consciousness. And so it is. Okay, let me just check. Okay, so those have been uncreated. I now bring back her light essence back into her body and every cell of her being. Okay, and we're going to clear the psychic attack. I disentangle, disengage, and positively polarize all dark energy and dark entities and spirit attachments that are contributing to the psychic attack back to their original source point, and I reset them to their highest frequency. I reset Alex to her galactic center 0 point and free her from all imprints and energy configurations. She is free, she is sovereign, she is. Okay, let me see. So I'm just going to see if there's a reason why this occurred. Okay, so you had some limiting beliefs at the time, so that's what attracted to it. Is it causing any symptoms or anything that we need to know about here? Any symptoms? It is. Okay. So it's just causing thoughts that aren't your own, right? And that's part of that psychic attack. Is it causing anything else for her? No.
That,
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Hidden. Is there any fail safes around this? All right, so let's clear those out now. All right, so I call upon God consciousness, and I ask for assistance to expel all 3 parasitic worms from Alex's being. I hereby declare all the identified parasitic worms that she's entangled with on all levels and dimensions, in this lifetime, past lifetime, and future incarnations, be taken to the galactic center to be contained or recycled back to God consciousness. I also clear now any energetic imprints, threads, cords, tethers, or bindings that would keep her stuck in this dark entity patterning and are not in balance and harmony with who she is now and who she wants to be in the future. And so it is. Okay, are there any more parasitic worms? No. Okay. I now call back Alex's light essence back into her body and every cell of her being. Okay. Thanks and gratitude. All right. So let me see. Anything else? Did we clear all of that up? Yes. Okay. Anything else you want to say, Money? Okay. Still wants to talk. Let's see. Okay. What do you want to say here? Hmm. Okay, so I'm just hearing like you lost a will to be protected here. So we're probably going to dive into that some more. Anything else you want to say, Money? So just feelings of like unsafety, right? Okay, so let me see. Is there an aspect of consciousness that wants to talk about this feeling of unsafety, this loss of wanting to be protected? Hmm. Hmm. How old are you here? Going to 20 years old now. Now I'm getting death consciousness. So that typically when that comes up, it's either somebody at the time didn't want to live any longer, or there was someone around them that passed away. So 20 years old is when your brother passed away, or
Yeah.
around. Okay. All right. So let me see what's going on here. Okay. So there's emotions coming up here. So let's see what they are. Okay. So there's some helplessness coming up at that age. Okay. So um, we have done some clearing around this, so I don't know what's going to come up today.
I'm
Um,
like, we've done lots of clearing around it.
yes. Okay. Anything else, Steph, you want to say? Yes. So is there more? Okay. There's still more trauma around this to clear. So let's see what that is for you. Okay. So we've got some trauma energy of um, anguish. Okay. See anything else that you want to bring to our attention here? Any more trauma to clear? Anything else? Okay, so we're just clearing out that helplessness from the age of 20. There was some trauma of anguish still residing there. Okay, so let's see if somebody want to talk about the helplessness or trauma. Okay, yeah, somebody's coming forward, so let's see here. Okay, so suffering. So this is a part of your aspect that holds suffering. Okay, how old is Alex here? Is she still 20? Okay, so 20 years old still, okay. So we're going deeper. Let's see what suffering has to say. Hmm. Okay, there's more trauma. hmm Okay, there's discomfort. So trauma of discomfort. Okay, let's see what else comes up for you. Is there any more trauma here? Suffering? Okay, so we're dissolving and dismantling that for you now. Anything else you want to say? Okay, so let's see who wants to talk about this discomfort. Hmm, pain. Okay, so that's the part of you that holds pain. Let's see what kind of pain this is. spiritual. So there's more trauma. Yeah. So we're gonna clear, see, let's see. Some more anguish. Okay. Anything else you want to say here, Pain? Is she still 20 years old? Yeah. All right. So you're still 20 years old here. So there's trauma, the anguish. Anything else here? Any more trauma? Okay, so that's it. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about this now. Who wants to talk about this anguish? Okay. Okay, so grief. So grief is coming up for you. Let's see here. How old is Alex here? She's still 20 years old. Hmm. Okay, so you're not 20. We're going back in time now. Around, I would say, 17 years old. Okay. Hmm. So grief at the age of 17 is coming up. Let me see if what we can get, what kind of information here. Okay, let me see. Okay, so we have trauma coming up again. Hmm. Okay, so there's some trauma of powerlessness. Okay, does that resonate at all? Do you remember that age?
Yeah, I mean, I had like a friend that had died at 17. I had already seen like quite a bit of death, but I had a friend that had died at 17, and then I don't know, it was pretty crazy. Like my brother was also friends with him.
Okay.
And I like remember one night, like my brother just came home, like obliterated, like so out of his mind drunk. And he was on the ground just crying about having lost this guy. And I remember him being like, I need help. Like, I need help. Like, I don't want to live like this anymore.
Yeah.
And then, um, and then I was like, oh, yeah, like I'll help you, and like you don't have to drink, you don't have to live like this anymore. And then the next day, like we never talked about it again. He didn't want to talk about it. So
Okay.
I feel like that might be the powerless that I
Okay.
was kind of feeling in that situation, or at least that's what came up for me.
Okay. Okay. Let me see here.
I'd never seen him cry like that.
Yeah, I'm getting that's it. That's spot on. That's it. Like you couldn't help him, right? In the sense that you wanted to, he was just not ready for it. Okay. Okay, so this powerlessness here. All right. Okay. Sickness. So this is a part of your consciousness that holds sickness either from the present moment or the past. So let me just check in. Is Alex still 17 years old here? Okay, so we're going back in time just a little bit. 16, I would say. All right, so what is going on now at 16 for Alex? Okay, so some emotions are coming up now for you. So let's see what's going on at the age of 16 for Alex.
Mm. 16 is like when I was like visited by, I think, Adriana, like my alien self, and I was like freaked the heck out.
Yeah, okay, so let's see here.
Or it wasn't Adriana, it might have been like not as nice aliens or beings.
Yeah, I'm hearing like lack of control
Mhm.
around that age. Okay, so let's see. There might be more here. What else? Anything else? Okay, there's more. So what is this? Something got stuck in your mental body at that age. So let's see what that is. Hmm. Okay, I'm hearing I'm flawed. I am flawed. Yeah. Okay, anything else you want to say here? Okay.
16 is also the time that I was telling you about, like that couple trying to like groom me.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. All right. So we're gonna dive into why at 16 you felt you were flawed. Okay. So let's get in this. Hmm. Excuse me. Um, okay. So your lower self is coming through. Okay. And so the lower self emits shame and guilt. So let's see what your lower self has to say. Is Alex 16 here still? No. Okay, so we're going back in time. 13.
Ooh,
Yeah.
and crazy feelings in my left temple.
Okay. All right, so let's see what's going on there. 13-year-old Alex. Um,
Oh, 13-year-old Alex. I feel bad for her.
okay. Yes, there's trauma for 13-year-old Alex. Okay, so let me see what needs clearing. Okay. So we've got some sadness. So an emotion of sadness and a trauma of sadness are two totally different vibrational frequencies. So this is actually trauma of sadness. So it's a lot heavier than it would be for a negative emotion. Okay, so let me see. Any more trauma here? Yeah, so there's more. There's frustration as well coming up. Okay. Is there any more trauma here at the age of 13 that needs to be cleared? Okay, so we're going to talk about this trauma at the age of 13 and see what was going on here. Lower self, is there anything else you want to bring to Alex's attention? No. Okay, so let's move on. Okay. Uh, Actually thundering here in winter time. That freaked me out. That's wild. I just heard her. It's like kind of, it's almost like a snowstorm here right now. That's crazy. Okay. It's not really common. Okay, so let's see. So what is going on? Okay, so yeah, okay. So something was causing illness here. Are we still at the age of 13 for Alex? No. Okay, so we're going back in time. 8-year-old Alex. Okay. Okay, emotions are coming up again. Let me see what they are here. Okay, so we have some resentment. Okay, resentment. Any other emotions here? So, all right, it's something in the mental body. Hmm. Okay, so you lost already. So this is affecting your illness consciousness. You're 8 years old. You have some built up resentment here. And you also lost what was going on for you at the time. You lost the will to heal or be healed, which is common for people that have gone through a lot of traumatic events, especially kind of a traumatic childhood. It can really affect your sickness and illness. So there's a loss of will to be healed. What your illness is consciousness is telling me. Um, yeah, so this would be at home, I believe, more. Okay, so do you have some resentment towards your father?
Yeah.
So that's who I'm getting is there's like built up resentment already at the age of 8 around your dad, and it's causing it was in your affecting your illness or energetically interfering with the aspect of your consciousness that holds illness. Okay, so anything else you want to say here? Hmm. Okay, so we're just diving in deeper into why you had this like will to not be healed. Um, okay, so this is actually um, hidden from your conscious awareness. So this is like something that's really deeply buried that you are like not aware of. Okay, so this is hidden from your conscious awareness. So let's see, let's see how old you are. Okay, so yeah, she's still 8 years old. Okay. I mean, you are. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. So there's some more trauma here.
Mhm.
Okay, so there's grief coming up. So this isn't an emotion of grief. This is a trauma of grief. Okay. So, okay, anything else you want to say here? Yes. Okay. What is this one about? Yeah, there's a message coming. What is this? Okay. Hmm. Is this her dad? Yeah. So I'm hearing like your dad really hurt you a lot, not necessarily physically,
Mhm.
but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually was affecting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Um, anything else here? Okay, it's getting up to that time. Do I need to let you go? We're
No, you're
almost
good. I told
caught.
her I would be 10 minutes late.
Okay, I'm like, we're almost at the root cause. I'm just gonna start a new page because I write all of this stuff down always. Okay, so what were we just working on?
8-year-old me that had grief trauma.
Alex, here we go, and we were working with grief. Okay. So, is there an aspect of Alex's consciousness that wants to talk about this grief, this trauma of grief? Yeah. Okay. So, sabotage. Is that it? Oui. Okay. So, sabotage is when we sabotage ourselves or someone else sabotages us.
Oh, sabotage.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm. She ate. Okay. So, this is affecting 7-year-old Alex. Okay. Now, she's sabotaging herself here. So, dad. All right. So when our parents aren't haven't done any healing work, right? They take their inside world and they project it outwards on their children. That's what I feel like your dad was doing here. Okay, so let's see here. What do you want to say? Okay. Hmm. Yeah, so there's an entity affecting that aspect of your consciousness. Okay, we got an archon and a psychic attack. Okay, I think we got it. There we go. Yeah. Okay, and we cleared the psychic attack 100%. Yes, thank you. Okay. Um, okay, we're calling back all of Alex's light essence back into her body and every cell of her being. And your dad has a piece of soul fragment as well from you.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so call that back. Is there anything blocking me from calling this back into her being 100% stabilized? Okay. So I call back this missing soul fragment back into Alex's soul for integration and assimilation. And so it is the highest good of all. Okay, beautiful. All right, so let's see. Anything else? Sabotage? Okay, so we're going to talk about this. All right, so money, 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 money. Okay. So let's see. Your money's coming forward again and talking to us. Okay, so 4-year-old Alex. So it just means that aspect of your consciousness was energetically overburdened at that age, so it would affect you as an adult. It would affect your money later on, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so there's some trauma at 4 years old. Okay, so there's more sad trauma of sadness. Okay. Is there more trauma? Okay, some more helplessness here.
Yeah, what came up was like I always came last. Was something that came up when you said sadness at 4.
Okay, so let's okay. Yeah. Okay, so what do you want to say about this? Sickness is coming up again. How old is Alex now? You're like 1 years old now. So we're getting to the root. We're getting there. Hmm. Yeah, there's a message coming. Hmm. Yeah, you felt like were disregarded and hearing at that age. Okay.
Yeah, like I wasn't important.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Is there anything else you want to say about this? Yes. Yeah, I'm hearing like you're you don't feel like you're not special as well at that age. Um, anything else
Yeah,
you
we
want?
used to do that at a different age, so I'm so it but runs deeper, eh?
Yeah, that's right. It started at that age. Okay, anything else? Oh my gosh, there's more. Okay, so fear of self is coming forward. Okay, so that's the part of you that's scared of stepping into your own power. So let's see where this goes. So 1 years old here. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm hearing I'm not good enough. Yeah, you weren't given the attention that you were supposed to have at that age. Anything else you want to say? Okay, and that's the root cause.
Dang.
Okay, so lots of grief over time. So what happens is the energies just like keep building and building and building and building until it manifests into something physical, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's like a chain effect, like a domino